Oh, look how it is. Mr. Pike, now he wants some bangers. Now he wants some bangers, he says. Get stuffed. Dino, I'm well, thank you, mate. Very well. Beep, 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 beep. Tommy! How are we, folks? See if I can follow in Tino's fire. We'll,
Whatever you,
is...
whatever you can do, Rod, is good enough for everyone, all right? You just
all right, mate, calm down. Yeah, there we are. Dwayne Pike is occupying the bookends. We are going to randomize our champions. Let me get the giveaway machine ready. Make sure I set it to stun Mr. Pike. We want our UCL 20 spotter, which is over here somewhere. There it is. Right there. Bring you all over. Teams 4, break 092. UCL dash hit parade 7 times. Good luck to everyone except Dwayne. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Leipzig and Atletico. There's a little bit there, Dwayne. A little bit there. Dwayne's got Leipzig. Dean Anthony, you've got Chelsea. See, Dean's nice to me and he gets a good team. Harry Webb, you've got Club Brugge. Your son's got Liverpool. Tony Andreas, Salzburg. Dean's got Torts as well. You also got the combo spot. Tony Andreas, Real Madrid, Jiang, PSG, Monaco. Clint's got Lille and the Young Boys. Matt Sambell, Bayern. Ashley Minter's got Porto and Sporting. Barca and Inter Milan for Sam Fires. Juventus for Rizal. Ajax for Tony Andreas. AC for Chantel. Man U for Tony Anello. Good luck, Tony. Joel Doherty's got Man City and Dwayne. You've got Atletico.
So, Rod, Tony, Joanello. Is it Joanello?
Yeah.
So that's my friend. So that's the one the son gave me the card at the soccer cards at the SA Card Collectors. Remember how he said he... Yeah, so that's him and his son. They're doing a break tonight.
Awesome. Good luck, Joe and son. Hopefully we can find you some fire. I don't think I ever posted this to Facebook. No. I'm going to post the teams there. Most of the teams into a mini that was involved in this break somehow. Alrighty, who wants to pick our parade of hit? We've got 68. Oh no, Ev picked the last one, 75. Evan wanted 75, so we're going to go with 75. He wants to know what's in it. That's what we're going to go with. That's what we're going to go with. We've got 3 boxes of Lite here. Get rid of my post-it note. I still don't have my knife. I'm going to go get it. One sec.
Someone would think it's this guy's first day breaking.
It is. Boom, boom. Should have waited till after that to throw shade, absolutely. What's this break? I brought Chelsea. Nick, this is Chrome Light and Hip Ray. This was a $39 random teams. Chelsea are in the stadium, which has got, I think, 6 or 7 teams left and 4 or 5 spots left in the mini. Maybe someone should send me a big Crocodile Dundee one. That'd be cool. Kicking it off with Raheem the Dream. Nick Egan's favourite player these days. Bale, the most successful British player of the last 15 years, discuss. Adama Traore. Depends how you measure that success. He's won a lot of trophies. He's won a lot of trophies, but I dare say there is plenty of Real Madrid players who have also won plenty of trophies. Phil Foden, in the same period of time, has he been as instrumental to that success as other English players? Not sure. Or British players? Not sure. Jordan Shabashtu. I know there's one English player who has captained his team to Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, Club World Cup, the whole lot, who you could make an argument for. Timo was more instrumental in their success. 41 of 125. The pen emoji just up on the screen ruined the gag. Nuno Mendes. Did what Bex couldn't at Madrid. Bex wasn't that good, to be fair. Martin Satriano. No emojis now. Rayway for Marcel Sabitzer. That one didn't turn up, Shawnee. Kenny. All I want for 2023 is a super Angel Di Maria. The eggplant. Rave. Theo Hernandez. Scored the winner in many finals to win. Did he, though? Loris Karius gave him the all-time greatest assist against Liverpool. But do they win those games without Bale? Probably. A lot of them.
He's no Steven Gerrard.
Jude. Did Bale score the goals he was expected to score, which is still a great task, and he's still a very good player. Diego Jota. But I don't know. Purple. Biet Kalulu. That's one for AC. Goes to Chantel. 47 of 250. Yeah, but they were all over us in that final, Shawnee. That's what I'm saying. Like, they were all over us. Karius gifted him one that my Nana probably could have scored. And he scored a belter that was just the icing on the cake.
Bale probably is the greatest golfer / soccer player.
Breaking 90 has definitely happened. It was on the back end of the stream last night, Brendan. We did a big stream and ran 90 and 91 off the back of it. Brian Barobby, Rave. I mean, he probably is purely based on the fact that there's not that many Brits to contend with in the last 15 years. Ronaldo Sanchez. But did he have a legendary career? I don't think so. Jonathan David.
Hold on a second. Was Billy Sharp's English, isn't he?
Billy Sharp is English.
Oh, well, obviously it's Billy Sharp.
Green. Fabio Vieira, who started for Gunners during the week and got 2 assists. He did some great things with Wales too. Yeah. 92 of 99. Ruben Diaz. Kenny. A rave of the Goose, Robin Goosens, and Jorge. Hans Vanaken. Purple. Filthy Philip Foden. 57 of 175. That is filthy. I mean, yeah, like the last 15 years haven't been the strongest for English British players on the world scene. Let's ask Cunha. Champions Leagues, what have they won? 3 of the last 15 Champions Leagues or so. I don't know how far back you're going. Mendes. I think Felix will go all right. I think he'll go all right. I did want him at Liverpool. Yeah, but Elliot, so does Paulo Ferreira. And he's not going to come up into any conversations. Angel Di Maria. I think the stat padding is one thing. Jude, Future Stars.
Bale's career is a stat pad.
Yeah, like that's what it is. It's just what titles would his club have won? Like what titles would his club have lost without him there? Virgil. I think he did entirely what was expected of him. And he did all right for Wales, but that's about it. Eduardo Camavinga, 5 of 250. I think Felix will go all right, but I just don't get Chelsea signing him when they've got 3 or 4 players who are very similar. Vinny Jr., Golazzo, like he's not anywhere near proven to be an upgrade on Mount, Pulisic, depending on what position he's playing, Mount, Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz, fuck, even Sterling. Like, they've already got a whole bunch of mid-range players who can play anywhere across the front 4. Doesn't make a lot of sense for Chelsea. Zobo. It's surely a loan with an option to buy, though.
They would have been better off with a big man.
Yeah. Hannibal. Like, I just don't... I see them, at best, getting a 20% increase on one of the players they've already got. Like, it just doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense when they've currently got the weakest squad in the top 6 or 7. Gerard Moreno.
They are 10th.
Yeah, well, you know, they're big 6 or 7. Like they've got comfortably the worst squad out of the traditional big 6. Nene. I love to us, but it is weird knowing that we're just signing every bloke leaves us stuff in the future with. But yeah, that's odd. Like I said, I think Felix. I hope he does well. I think he will. But I don't think he's going to get Chelsea from 10th to 4th, 5th, 6th, where they probably want to be at the end of the year. Pedri.
Chelsea's tendency is to sign the players exactly like Felix.
Yeah.
And I think that'll do them dirty down the line because I love them too. And it's hard to see them keep signing the same person over and over again.
An Aqua Chasing Glory, David Alaba for Real Madrid. That's numbered insert. That is Tony Andreas. That is 67 of 199. His light boxes haven't done that well for us. They signed another defender, didn't they? As well. Brahim Diaz. 261 of 275.
They spent a ridiculous amount of money on defenders.
I think Chelsea's problem is they've just got no, like, what's the word? There's no Chelsea way at the moment. Felix and Mecca, like a lot of Carragher especially has been talking a lot about Liverpool and how a lot of the players Liverpool are using now aren't Jurgen Klopp players and they're not Liverpool players in that mould. I don't think anyone knows what a Chelsea player looks like at the moment other than someone that can play across the entire front 4 with a medium amount of pace. What the hell? My 55-point top load has just randomly turned into 35s. That's odd. That's better. Felix and Mecca, purple, 108 of 250. Not a bad one for the Berg.
You know what's funny? My 35 points just turned into 55.
Spurs, Nick, you cannot argue that Chelsea have the worst squad out of the top 6. Like, you've got broken down defenders who can't get near the pitch. I don't care how good they are. If they're not on the pitch, then they're useless. Spurs are miles ahead. United are just ahead.
I agree with Nick to a certain amount. I don't think Spurs are much better than our Chelsea team at the moment. They're just playing better than we are. That team on paper, if you put the Chelsea squad and the Spurs squad on paper, there's none that's better than the other one there.
Nah, I reckon there is. I don't reckon you've got anyone that's as good as Kulusevski, let alone Kane.
Yeah, he's just not been doing it though, really, has he? He's scored a few goals, got a few assists. That's about it.
Muditz Kurgard. Chelsea would kill for a Bentancur type to replace the Kante-sized hole you've got. Kunde. Oh, wouldn't Nick? I like Chelsea. I used to collect Mason Mount. Like, I don't hate Chelsea. Cole Palmer, Ray Wave. I don't hate Chelsea, but you can't argue that your squad is a rabble at the moment. I've got so much dead weight. You're signing guys like Cucurella and Koulibaly who are just going to shit, whether that's their fault, either they're bad players or they're going into a bad squad that they can't perform in. You've got Eduard Mendy's gone from being literally on the Ballon d'Or shortlist. Jorginho's gone from being on the Ballon d'Or shortlist to being meme performers, meme midfielders and meme goalkeepers in 12 or 18 months. That doesn't just happen. All right, what do we got? How about a Kevin De Bruyne auto for Man City? Joel Doherty, you've got two of the hit pros now. KDB Silver or Refractor, Adam Merlin. That's one, Joel. But that's the thing, Nick. Injured players are useless. Like, it's pointless having constantly injured players. Like, how good is Reece James if he's played 10 games in the last 12 months? It's just, there becomes a point where he's irrelevant. And you've signed someone like Cucurella for 54 million or whatever the stupid amount was. Like, when you look at a squad, you've got to look at the squad that's getting out there. You can't say, oh, let's just pick the best possible 11 or the best possible 18 because Kante's done. Mendy looks like he's done because Kepa's keeping him out of a job. Jorginho's done. It's rough. It's rough. There we go, guys. Not the world's biggest $39 random. KDB, Merlin Auto, Cole Palmer, Ray Wave. A few nice hits. It was nice Felix and Mecca numbered, Pierre Kalulu numbered, and a few other bits and pieces. Stadium, half case. That is the first half of the case, guys. We're chasing beam teams. We can often see 2, 3, 4 of them in a case. There's a mini up for Barca right now. That's got 5 spots left. And there is 7 spots left in the main. We get some movement. We'll come live. We'll chat shit. And we'll try and get it full to run tonight. Makes no sense. You can't just pick your best players early. Our registered players injured yesterday still count. So you're saying that Kante is still a world-class midfielder? Even though he's played how many games in the last however long? It's the same reason Thiago's not a elite midfielder. Of course he is, but he plays in for 3 and out for 2. N'Golo Kante, currently valued at 30 million. Has played twice this year. And what did he play last year? 26 in all competitions last year. Oh, so he was in the Club World Cup as well, and the FA Cup, and the EFL Cup. And more so James and Chile. Well, how many games is Reece James going to miss before he becomes a liability? What's Reece James done this year? He's played 12 games. He's played 8 games in the Premier League, 4 games in the Champions League. And stupidly sacked a good gaffer. Well, yeah, and hiring someone who had done 6 months of good work. But Reece James played 26 games in the Premier League last year. You can't rely on someone who's going to miss a third of the games in an entire season. You just can't do it. Anyone who thinks otherwise has got rocks on their head. But I think, and I'm happy to debate. I know Nick loves a healthy debate. Let's just go to the Chelsea squad. Right.
I still think if you put the teams on paper compared to Spurs and United, we're not super far out.
Let's see.
Not by miles, anyway. Especially the Spurs. United might have a few better players at the moment, but
Trying to see if there's a.
We're not close to City or Arsenal, that's for sure. I'm on the stats page now.
So if we go, who's Chelsea's best forward currently?
Well, in terms of goal scoring?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell you. Kai Havertz has the most goals at 4. Sterling also has 4.
If you say, I'm going to do the whole squads. How do I do squads? Clubs.
In terms of assists, there's not many assists going on at Chelsea.
Squads. It doesn't.
You can't compare. I tried to do it before.
Let me sort by position. I want something that lets me sort by position. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and that is a big difference of United this year.
All right. So, say goalkeepers. Chelsea have got 2, depending on their day, average to good goalkeepers.
Mendy's good.
But he's not even getting the game behind keeper, even fit behind Kepa.
Kepa's just shit.
So you've got Buddy Achille now. Koulibaly's been one of the worst signings of all time. Chalobah, no one rates him.
Chalobah started the season really well and then fell off pretty quick.
Thiago Silva, he's 38.
Yeah, but he's still doing bits.
Oh, he's amazing. Thiago Silva is probably the best technical defender that I've watched play in the Premier League. The guy just pops up in the right place at the right time. The guy's unbelievable. How good he does at his age, with the lack of mobility and stuff, is unbelievable. Cucurella's a disaster. Chilwell's constantly injured. Reece James is very good if he can get on the park. Azpilicueta is gone, absolutely gone.
Azpilicueta does more off the pitch than he does on it.
Yeah, which is fair, but as a squad player, he shouldn't be a squad player. He's there because he's the captain and all the rest of it.
I think he'll stay at Chelsea and do some sort of coaching.
Midfield-wise, Jorginho gone, Kante is gone, Kovacic, Gallagher hasn't come close to hitting the heights that he's hit the last couple of years on loan. Zachariah, I haven't seen much of him this year, but he was playing okay in the couple of games he got in.
He's doing all right.
Chukwuemeka's too young. Andre Santos, I don't even know who that is.
He's our new guy. He's supposed to be red hot.
Mount's gone backwards. Havertz has gone nowhere since he started. He's just stayed that constant 7 out of 10. Ziyech can't get near it. His time's done. Sterling, same job. Pulley has to leave. Broha, poor bloke, got smashed just as he was starting to get a run of games. But again, he's not. He's a squad player at best. Aubameyang's awful. I don't know who Fofana the forward is. But he's signed until 2029.
Yeah, he's a new guy.
So let me get rid of that little caption. Let me make this. It's already bigger. All right, so that's the Chelsea squad. You can't really. You can make an argument that their best 4 defenders are really good. If you've got the top 4 running, even with Fofana, you've got 3 good centre backs if they're fit. Your two number one fullbacks are both injured. Midfield wise, I think you're in big struggle town.
That's the biggest problem with Chelsea at the moment is having someone strong in the mids.
Your midfield struggle town and your forwards line is the same as Liverpool's midfield. It's just full of guys who are like a 6 to 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
They're just a whole bunch of just another footballer types.
There's no arguing with that.
If we look at Spurs,
have a look at Spurs, but and outside Son and Kane, who gets in any other of the top 6 as 11?
so Spurs, Hugo Lloris, I fucking can't stand him. Not interested. Overrated. Christian Romero's been unreal. For him. Winning games off his own back. Eric Dyer's horrible. Davinson Sanchez has been okay without being fuck. I don't think he necessarily gets into other squads, but Christian Romero absolutely does. There's not too many that he wouldn't, other than probably fucking City and Arsenal because of the way they're playing. Longley, I don't think he's only 27. I thought he was a lot older than that. I haven't seen a lot of him. He's only paid at 12 million. That's surprising. Ben Davies goes all right. Ben Davies certainly goes all right. Yafet's no good. Emerson Royale's horrible. He's a disaster. So has Silva. Even with Thiago, Sanchez is benched mostly, so I'm sure you're off there. Who are you talking about? Silva's amazing. I said Silva's amazing.
You didn't talk up Ben Davies, did you?
I said he's all right. Like he's another.
He's a bit shit.
Okay, he's not
a bit shit.
I don't think he's making any other top 6 squads, but he's okay.
He's not better than any of those Chelsea defenders. He's not. You can't talk Ben Davies up. He's not.
He'd be your second left back, just behind Chile.
Yeah.
Then midfield-wise, I reckon midfield-wise, they've got you crushed.
Who have they got? Højbjerg been good.
Bentancur's been amazing. You would kill for a Bentancur.
Has Bentancur been amazing?
Yeah, Bentancur was like the Sonny of the year last year.
Yeah.
They've got Sessegnon and Perisic. They're probably going to alternate one or the other. Yves Bissouma, again, another player that I'd take at Liverpool happily. Our midfield's fucked.
Bissouma, has he played since he joined?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's made 16 appearances this season. Fuck, there you go. So yeah, he's playing this year a lot. And then forward line, Son. I hate Richarlison, but he can kick a ball. Kulu and Harry Kane. Like, you cannot say that the Chelsea squad's better than
that. Yeah. See, there's not many people in there that fit. That I would even take over any of our Chelsea team, though. Højbjerg, yes.
So you wouldn't start.
Son and Kane, obviously. You don't have to worry about them.
Son and Kane, obviously. And then are you telling me it's a straightforward decision if you've got Havertz, Mount, Pulley, and Sterling with Richarlison and Kulusevski that you're picking 2 Chelsea guys?
I wouldn't take Kulusevski. Richarlison probably would. Kulusevski is another one of those Chelsea players. He's just like Havertz, just like Felix. He fits the exact same role. So if we have a problem with Chelsea picking up players of that style, there's no point taking Kulusevski.
Yeah, fair shout.
There's nothing Kulusevski does that Hakic doesn't do when he plays.
No, I don't think so.
Richarlison brings more as a number 9 because he can slip in the middle and actually score goals.
But you want to see
where Kulusevski is just a winger.
Then you got 10 appearances, 1 goal, 5 assists.
Yeah, but he's fucking whipping a ball into Harry Kane.
True.
Mason Mount's whipping a ball into Raheem Sterling. Like,
but I still think that means the entire forward line is Chelsea. I think you can't make that argument for a fit Richarlison.
Well, I'd take Kulusevski. I'd rather play any of those.
I'll take the Kulusevski argument, but the Richarlison, I don't think so.
Bentancur's stats last year weren't great. He had 6 assists in 31 appearances. He only made 72 tackles.
He's not there for his.
He lost more duels than he won.
He's had 4 goals, 2 assists this year in 14 games. Been in starting 11 3/4 of the time. Played
10 goal contributions in 31 last year.
as a.
They did have a good winning record with him.
That's the thing. And he's a deeper lying midfielder.
Yeah, but then his tackles should be good. His blocks and intercepts should be good, and they're just not.
Then
He only gets 1 in 2 tackles. I suppose that's not too bad, but you should be higher than that.
depends what Chelsea or what Tottenham are going to be playing like. Then we go to Liverpool. Alisson nailed on number 1. Do a squad between the 3 teams we've looked at. Alisson is the number 1. No argument. Callagher's probably the number 2.
Fuck no. Dreaming.
Adrian's probably the number 3. Virgil, it's probably Virgil and Silva is the starting pair. Maybe Christian Romero. Could probably maybe argue with either of them based on form. But based on peak, it's Silva and Virgil starting as the 2 centre backs. But then
who and Virgil?
Thiago Silva.
Yeah. Actually, Virgil's been a bit shit, hasn't he?
Yeah, but fuck.
If we're going on form, he's not in it. But if we're going on the last couple of years,
who are you putting in ahead of him?
Yeah, but he's been just as shit as all the other ones that we've said are shit.
He has not been awful. He's not been the best defender in the world, but there's no way you are putting anyone else.
With Fofana fit?
No, you would not. You wouldn't. Fofana is a Canade rival.
Yeah, but the last games we've watched Van Dijk play, he's just been getting rolled. Absolutely rolled.
He plays on the left and we've been getting rolled down Robbo's right. Trent's right.
He's not in at the moment.
No, I argue that Robbo's nailed on at left back. I won't have anything else.
Yeah, he's too good going forward to leave out.
Trent will argue all night, especially with Nick.
Yeah, it's fine.
Trent v Reece, depending on the opposition.
They play a different style of right back, I think. Trent's too good at playing incredible balls, where I think Trent's better going forward and Reece James is better going backwards.
Yeah, that's not an argument. I think depending on who you're playing against, you could coin flip it. Midfield-wise, Fabinho's been fucking awful.
Your whole midfield's been a bit shit.
Thiago is the fucking...
Thiago's good, but he hasn't been great. He'd still probably fit in a 4-4-2, maybe.
But who's starting ahead of him?
Højbjerg.
Højbjerg would start ahead of Fabinho. The rest of them are shit. Harvey Elliott's not a central midfielder who's been playing. But I don't know that... Who from Chelsea's getting into that team? Cliff's here as well.
Who from Chelsea's getting into the Liverpool team?
Who from Chelsea's getting into the Liverpool midfield?
Probably no one.
Which is a shit midfield.
You can make an argument for Mount, but it's a flaccid one. I wouldn't want to argue it, but you probably could.
And then the forward line is Liverpool and Spurs. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, the two
Son
wingers who complement
Son Kane, Salah. Like it's Son Kane, Salah. Luis Diaz could probably push Son out if you're talking the first 10, 12 games of the season.
Okay, all right. Fuck, you're about to get lit up then.
Have you seen Son's stats this year?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, for the first, I thought you were going to say in general, and I was going to roll you. But all right, yeah, first 10 games, sure.
Yeah, we're talking. If you're going to drop Virgil because he's been shit for 3 months.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can't then chuck Sonny.
I thought you were going to go on and say just drop him in general. I was not going to be happy.
If you're talking form before Diaz got injured, then he's touch and go with Son.
Yeah.
But I think it's Son, Kane, Salah, and probably another 3 Liverpool Spurs players before the first Chelsea guy gets on.
Yeah.
Fully fit Kante. Is Kante ever going to be fully fit again, though, Cliff? And he was fully fit sitting on the bench from memory last year.
Rod, what do we want to do with this mini?
I don't know.
The first one's full.
Is it?
Yeah. So the names are ready to go for that. But we've got 17 left.
What's the tally?
Fair bit. I haven't. I was just about to go add him up.
United's midfield 3. Yeah.
I think Ericsson makes it in if we were doing a combined 11 from the top 6. I know Nick just shit on him, but
no chance. No chance. It's Casemiro, KDB, and Odegaard.
yeah, but Ericsson has like the second most assists this year. So
yeah, but I don't know. I don't think you can leave Odegaard out. You can't leave Casemiro out. You can't leave KDB out. Like you cannot leave those two. If you're talking full top 6, then I don't think you can start Ericsson ahead of any of them.
no, not full top 6. Just the teams we discussed. If we were doing full top 6, I think Ericsson misses out. But that's mainly because most of the City players are in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think City, especially this year, they've not got many standouts other than the big two. Like
we should build an 11 tomorrow.
We should. Like even there was an interview with Pep yesterday where Foden started the first 12 games and started 3 games since, and they're like, "What has he done wrong?" And they're like, "He's like nothing, but I've got Riyadh and Grealish. Like, what do you want me to do?"
Grealish has been shit.
No, the last month, maybe the last 2 weeks, he's been fucking on fire.
What do you mean? He missed like 8 open nets the other day.
No, he's fucking the last 4 or 5 weeks. He's been good.
Who'd they play the other day where they only beat him by a couple because Grealish missed 10 open goals?
4 assists in 3 games and a couple of goals, I think.
He was fucking shocking in that game. He had a Darwin Núñez touch.
What's he done? He's had 3 assists in the last 3 games, but he only played 30 minutes against Chelsea.
I like Phil Foden.
Foden sort of turned around for me this year, maybe. Best front 3 would be difficult to pick. It would be.
Haaland.
Everton. And, we've got to find room for Alexis McAllister too.
Not Premier League wise, we don't.
No, did you see his goal the other day? The first game back, like a backheeled flick.
Yeah, but on Premier League form, he's just not in it.
There's a lot left. There's 7 teams, and there's the 3 big boys.
There's no way on earth Kane goes in and Haaland doesn't.
Yeah, not a chance. Although Kane's only 5 goals behind him. Like,
it doesn't matter though, does it?
It's actually
5 goals is more than some strikers score in the season.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But Kane's had a monumental effort. I think you'd almost put Kane in the hole behind Haaland.
No, he doesn't play the.
He played the whole of last year playing in with Son up front. That's when he had
behind him.
No, remember was it last year he had friggin' 22 assists or something?
It was the year before when they combined for heats.
Yeah. Kane was just pinging balls from the halfway line to Son.
No, definitely not Haaland, Saka, Martinelli.
Maybe Haaland, Saka, no chance.
You've got to shout for one of the Arsenal boys, I think.
Yeah, I agree, Cliff. I think Kane could play in behind Haaland.
Yeah, but if you're picking an out-and-out front 3, like you're playing a 4-3-3, Haaland's in it.
Yeah, Haaland's in a 4-3-3.
If you played like a 4-1-2-1-2 or something, you could play both of them up top.
Salah's on the right and the left is up for discussion.
What, this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I'd even put Salah in it.
No, you're kidding. Who are you putting ahead of him on the right?
Saka.
I don't know.
Tell you what, this is some lovely entertainment while I'm packing cards.
Right, Saka's on 12 goals and assists for the season. Yeah, Salah's on 11, to be fair, so he's not far behind him.
Salah's on 17. He scored 7 in the Champions League.
No, I'm looking at Prem numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, even Miggy Amiron's on 10.
Yeah, me. Salah just dives and takes all the shots for himself, but gets mad when his team don't set him
Yeah,
up.
he
Get
does.
up, Nick.
He does. Ivan Toney's only 1 goal behind Harry Kane.
True.
He wouldn't get in the team, but he's not far off.
All right, let's do a mini for Dortmund, Bayern, and Porto Young Boys Wolfsburg. We'll reduce it to $49 a spot, 10 spots.
Okay.
Can we do that?
I can do
This
anything.
way the team works is if Ron can't pick Liverpool players. He bet on losing to Kane by 1. All right, Georgie's gonna put another mini together. We're gonna have a look at a hilarious squad. All right, so based on the 3 teams we've already looked at, and going into here, De Gea does not get past Alisson, not a chance in the world.
De Gea doesn't get past any of the goalies.
Wee man at centre back, nah. He's not busy. He's actually surprised me. He's surprised me how effective he is, but I don't think he can start him ahead of Romero, Virgil, or Silva. Varane, he seems like he's older than 29. Then they drop off massively there. The fullbacks, United's fullbacks don't get a look in at all. Midfield-wise, they do. So midfield-wise, Casemiro, I think, starts at the base of the midfield every day of the week. Bruno and Christian Eriksen. Who are you taking between those two?
Eriksen. Has to be. The only problem with taking Eriksen is he hasn't got 90 in him anymore.
Yeah. And Bruno's just a little rat.
I like Bruno.
Forwards, it's Rashi and then Daylight. United.
Yeah.
Anthony's actually gotten away with murder the way he doesn't get flogged as much as Darwin.
I do quite like Rashford. You can't not like Rashford.
You can't not like him. You can't not like him. But I don't know that. Look, United's forwards are pretty well bang average. They're very young, very young. Sancho's only 22.
Sancho's been doing a bunch of nothing, hasn't
he? Yeah, he's having too many cheeseburgers apparently. So yeah, I think United's midfield is probably better than Chelsea, Liverpool, and Spurs. Maybe, yeah, probably. Just because of the attacking threat of Bruno and Eriksen. But that's if they've got the ball. Greenwood is still there. Yuri Tielemans, he's going to get a massive payday. No contract, no transfer fee. He's going to get $200K a week off someone. Mr. Tielemans. And then not much noise for the league leaders. Going about their business. Ramsdale, not yet. Matty Turner's conceded like 1 goal in 5 games for him or something stupid. Saliba's been good. Ben White's been playing as a fullback. As embarrassing as it is, I actually haven't seen a lot of Arsenal play this year.
I've caught a fair few because they've been the early game pretty often.
Yeah, so that's what I'm normally breaking, so that's probably why I haven't seen a lot of them. Midfield-wise, they've got a really strong midfield as far as
Odegaard has been phenomenal.
Yeah, he's probably the player of the year at the moment.
Well, he's on the same goals and assists as Saka is.
Oh wow! But like you look at him across the board, like Partey, Xhaka, Elneny, Lokonga, Saka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Vieira, like they can all play a role.
Yeah, the whole team's just been strong.
And then forwards-wise, they're lacking depth, obviously, but Eddie Nketiah's just come in and banged in 4 goals in 4 with Jesus out.
Mini's up for Dortmund.
There you go, guys. Mini's up for Dortz. But Arsenal's squad is quietly just like overall, if you take the whole squad.
I'll take their squad over Chelsea, Spurs, or Liverpool's.
Yeah, like as an entire squad on paper. And you'd say they're playing obviously really well this year. It's an easy decision to make, but even these players last year, if you had to have a squad to play one season of Football Manager with, it'd probably be this one. Other than the flogs. The only one we haven't looked at yet. $1.1 billion squad value. How much of that is Haaland? 170 of it. And Foden's 110. Edison, you could coin flip with Allison, I guess.
Yeah, the same player, basically.
Yeah, Edison's distribution is better. Allison's shot stopping is better. I think that's the general consensus on it.
Yeah.
Ruben D. Look at the depth they've got in centre backs. It's actually disgusting.
You could take any combination of two there and put them in all the other top five, nearly.
Yeah, like it's actually disgusting. And they're all, look at them, 25, 28, 28, 27, 27. Like it's putrid. Benjamin Mendy, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Cancelo's ridiculous, but I don't think he even plays as a right back anymore for him. Cole Walker, yeah, probably not anymore. Rico Lewis has been starting for him. Rodri, there's an argument you could put him in front of Casemiro, depending on who you're playing. I reckon if you're going to see more of the ball, you probably want Rodri in there. It's just his distribution is massively underrated. Filthy Philip Foden gets into a lot of squads. I don't know that he necessarily starts, but he's certainly gets in there. KDB's nailed on. Bernardo Silva, same thing. Their squad's just disgusting. Like, in the forwards, Grealish, Mahrez, Haaland, Alvarez. Makes me sick. Brad, I think Martinelli's cards have probably peaked.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in selling in the hype. So I reckon those big Gunners boys that are sort of hopping around now, you want to dump them over the next couple of months, because they, generally speaking, unless you got someone who's an all-timer like Messi winning the World Cup, sent it. But I don't think too many people sort of expected him to win it straight off the bat. Not many people were banking on him winning it. It wasn't like Argentina sort of brushed everyone aside. They had the loss against Saudi Arabia and all the rest of it. So I don't think there was as much hype in Messi winning the World Cup, especially running into France that they were going to. But I do think across the board, even with transfers and stuff, when there's a lot of noise about a transfer, like if you're holding Jude cards now, I think long term Jude's a really good hold. Short term, I'd probably be dumping Jude if you're not going to hold them long term, because once he signs for United or City or Real Madrid or Liverpool, he will drop in the immediate term purely because there'll be so many of his cards on the market. If he signs at Man United, the first thing I'm going to do is sell my red carbon. But there'll be so many on the market that they will dip immediately. And then based on what they do in their career and based on the club, if he goes to Real Madrid, he's going to just fall into a hole card value-wise, because there just isn't the volume of Real Madrid collectors. If he goes to Man United or Liverpool, his cards are just going to build based on what he does at the club. So if you're talking any players along those lines, I always believe in selling in the hype. Martinelli's hype's huge at the moment. It has been huge for the last 12 months. So I don't think winning the title is what people are expecting him to do from a hobby point of view. They're expecting him to be really good. So if he's really good, he's met expectations. If he's anything less than really good, he's not met expectations, which means his value is going to drop. And that's the Haaland conundrum as well. Like, what's Haaland going to do from here that is going to increase his value? Is he going to have a career that parallels Sergio Aguero? Great. Well, that's the expectation. The expectation is that he has this amazing career and wins lots of trophies and all the rest of it. If he does anything less than that, well, the cards aren't going to hold up to the expectation level. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. All right, guys, 10 spots in that mini. There's only 4 or 5 teams left in the main. What is a red carbon? I don't know that I've got it. Yeah, I do have it. Yeah, it's out of Champions League Chrome. It's the shortest print, non-numbered. I think they say they're roughly numbered to 15 or so. But it is that bad boy. So it's super rare. Really nice design. One of the best looking parallels. These were basically the Starball version of last year's Chrome. Massive. That's probably, I think last sold was like 1,800 USD or something. I think a 10 sold for like 2.5 USD. That's my big boy though. I'm banking on Musiala doing some bits. Musiala rookie to 5. That's probably the biggest card I've got in my collection these days. He wasn't in all the sets, and they actually did a typo on this card and said Emerging Stars. But yeah, that's one of his biggest rookies. He'd only have 3 or 4 cards bigger than that. And then my poor boy Cujo.
He's been good.
He could turn out to be the worst investment I've ever made in my life, but my Hendo redemptions are priceless, Cliff. They're priceless because I can't do anything with them. Can't sell them if I want to. That man there, actually. Where is he?
You couldn't sell them if you tried.
Where is it? Look at that. 3 of 5. What a man. What a man.
Where's your on card, Hendo?
Yeah.
That's lovely.
That's my favorite card. I need to send it back to PSA and get the auto grade removed because it absolutely does my head in that the cards are 10 and the autos are 9.
Yeah, it's painful.
Yeah.
You can send them back. I'm going to probably send them back for my next sub. But this card took me 2 years to find. I managed to find one raw due to the help of another Liverpool collector. They only released from 49 down, so there's only about 80 of these in existence. On card, celebrating the Champions League win. Love it. Love it. That and that is probably my 2 faves. 1920 Impeccable was so nice. They just nailed the design on. The short prints are so good.
You should get the card grade removed on that.
Yeah. No, an 8 on Impeccable's acceptable.
Just would have been satisfying to have that in a 10 and the Hendo in a 10.
Yeah. But yeah, then 2021 Impeccable, unfortunately. This is my Gerard. This is how it came out of the pack. Like, it is absolutely butchered. Like, look at that corner there. I could throw this around like a frisbee and it wouldn't get any worse. But that is to 15. It's a player worn patch order to bloody 15. And it's beat up. Thanks. Panini redemptions do exist, guys. I did get this back from as a redemption. It's the only Henderson redemption they've ever fulfilled. And people who have known me a while know how hard I searched for this card. I picked up Abdul at 1 of 1, was running Prison Breaks last year, and he probably ran 40 of them. And I picked up the Hendo Origi spot in 35 as a minimum. And I picked up the spot with Golden Goal. I just chased it. I hit one of them as a redemption, and the guy wanted absolute drug money. And then I hit another one and was able to do a deal. I ended up paying $1,100 for that auto, which is miles more than it's worth. Like 2 times comps. But I never knew if I'd see another one. And it was a redemption when I hit it. So I paid $1,100 for a redemption for Jordan Henderson and Divock friggin' Origi. Joel, what's in the box?
Good timing for Joel.
Good timing for you, Joel. It's not bad. It's a KDB refractor auto. KDB refractor auto out of Merlin. Full-on sticker. Pretty cool. You nailed that. You also got a Cole Palmer. Ray Wave. Do we have any movement on the mini?
There's one gone.
One gone in the mini, guys. I'm going to jump offline. We need to push this. If we want to see it run tonight, it's a fresh case of Stadium Club. So there's 4 mains and 9 spots left in the mini. If you guys know Stadium Club, you know, especially with Dortmund in the mini, guys, go and actually, I'll do it for you. Do 130 point Haaland being team. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, Haaland Beam Team base is 220. Haaland Beam Team gold to 50, 1200. Haaland Beam Team raw to 10, 1000 USD. Gold raw 500 USD. And we often see 3, 4, and 5 beam teams in there. Teams that are left in the break. I wonder if there's going to be one sold yet. There wasn't last time I looked. 20 to 10. The GOAT himself, $500 for a 530 USD for a gold to 50. I want to see if there's an auto sold. There we go. Have a look at that. Have a look at this thing. This is one of the best looking cards released this year. Look at that. Lionel Messi, beam teamed auto. What a stunner. A sick photo. Sick looking card. Sensational design. Absolutely lovely. So jump in if you're keen. It's a fresh case. We usually see 2, 3 beam teams in a case. We're going to open 6 boxes and we'll go from there. We're going to jump offline. If the mini starts moving, we'll chuck up a mini to close and we'll try our best to run it tonight. I'm happy to burn the midnight oil if need be. See you guys.